everyone. It is the finals of the USA2 Under-26 matchup between Team 1 and Team Chen. The margin was quite small, and we have 30 more boards of bridge to go. But also joining us in commentary, Julian and William Jenner are coming back, also known as Scissors. And joining us for the first time is David Gold. He is a two-time NABC Plus winner, having won the 2023 Vanderbilt and the 2017 Mitchell Board match. Four-time runner-up, and he is from the UK. And over there, he has won the Gold Cup 6 times and the Premier League 9 times. And he also has countless international European medals. Welcome, David. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
And all right, with that, we have some bridge to go.
North-South has some pretty good cards here. There's a chance North is going to make a slam try here, but hopefully discover they're off the first 2-spade trick.
And they will survive in five hearts.
Yeah, and they'll make a beer card, which is always a good start to the match, the segment.
So it looks like they've rotated, both teams have rotated. So Richard and his partner is sitting out, and then
Rory and Jonathan are sitting out for Team Chen.
Okay.
It looks like there's a 53.5. Have time penalties started kicking in, Cyrus? All right.
East-West might actually they've got a pretty cheap save in 5 spades here.
Yeah, right. Down 2.
Yeah.
2-ish.
Yeah, I think
there might be. They can get the club rough in theory if they underlead the heart to the jack after cashing the stiff ace of clubs, but that's probably impractical.
That's a deep cut.
Actually, it's probably down 3 because they're going to they lead a top heart, switch to. No. They probably have to lead a
club.
I think in practice it'll probably go down 2.
Mm-hmm.
It can go down 3 also, yeah, like top club, heart to the jack, king of clubs, rough a club, ace of diamonds. That's 5 tricks.
That's a deep cut, heart to the jack.
Partner did jump to 4 hearts. It's findable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to lead the ace of clubs as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you probably should.
It's an interesting problem now for North. Yeah, because, I mean, having a small Doubleton spade is rotten, but you got to make a move, I think.
What would double be by North, the 4 spades? Would it show something similar to this, or?
I would expect some defense.
Yeah, for me, it would be some defense, but obviously you could agree differently with your partner. Some people just play it's more action, wanting to bid, but I think it should show something a bit more defensive. That hand is almost making 5 hearts on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would expect like same hand, but king 10 third of spades and a club void, maybe something like that. I could see that. Or king and a spade, stiff club, maybe. So landed on our feet in 5 hearts, and the other table is starting the same. Although 2 spades was alerted, I'm not sure if it's not just.
It's probably alerted the same. It's just Michael's.
Okay.
Do we know if these were specific Michaels or?
Both of them describes 2 spades as hearts in a minor.
Hearts in a minor. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I can.
It's probably not split range. Michaels.
So 5 hearts is going to make very easily.
Yeah.
with a beer card, we have to point that out because they are juniors.
Yeah, you think they'll be alert to that?
Olivia? It's
Olivia?
close. It's close. I know Olivia somewhat well. And it's generally on the radar. Maybe not in a match like this. I don't know.
It is a pretty high stakes match when they might be focusing on other things.
You think?
If it were Jacob, I know Jacob would be here in a heartbeat, but he's at the other table.
And he's West, yep.
Yeah.
It's a no sweat. There's no risk, it's just plain beer card. Actually, you have to be careful, don't you, to get the beer card, not play the Queen of Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, no, you can still do it because you can rough the 2.
You can rough a diamond.
Yeah.
So what would you all what would if Stella had been 4-0 over 4 spades, what would you all play that as or treat that as?
Blackwood for me. Key card Blackwood for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would do the same.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I like using 4-0 as last train sometimes in auctions like this, but I don't really know that works here with the majors in play.
Sometimes you have a Blackwood hand. Sometimes you have, singleton, ace king to 5, ace king to 6, singleton or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we see North shows 4-0 at the other table. That is alerted as Roman key card, but he's just bid 5 spades, and this will challenge their methods.
Yeah,
this is going to cause a swing in the other room for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 spades feels like insurance. I'm okay with it.
I like the 5 spade bid.
Mm-hmm.
Favorable. The only problem is East-West. I mean, if North-South somehow bid 6 hearts, I mean, we can see it goes down, but East-West don't know that.
Yep.
It's pretty scary with those East-West cards. I mean, West, looking at those minor suit holdings, someone might save. Anyway, they probably only go for 500 even in 6 spades. So
the pass has been alerted of 5 spades. Did it show presumably an even number of key cards? I'm going to guess even key cards. So the problem is we need to diagnose where obviously that partner has a stiff spade for a slam to be good, and also that diamonds are not going to come in for any losers. So I don't know what North elects to do at the second table. But that
partner jumped to 4 hearts over 2 spades. So I feel like the number of tricks will be fine. If partner doesn't have 2 spade losers, they're going to bring in the king or queen of diamonds often. They could have king, queen, jack to 4 clubs or something, and they think that's good. But the only question is North going to assume a 10 card fit for East-West and hope partner's got a singleton?
Yeah, that's part of the reason I like the 5 spade bid so much. It just muddies the waters in such a good way.
I like it too, but it could leave East-West with the last guess potentially of North. But I still think you've got to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know the North player a little bit, and he seems somewhat conservative, not necessarily like not aggressive, but the kind of player who would take his plus.
Right, and you're right, he has done.
Oh, ace of clubs lead. All right.
Needs to underlead. A trump lead was also possible to hold it to 8 tricks, but that was probably not going to ever happen.
Will he find the heart of the jack? Will he be that inspired?
Is a trump switch good enough?
Oh,
this feels like a suit preference situation.
Yeah, but South can't really show the heart jack.
Well, I think they should probably have suggested hearts instead of diamonds if there was a choice. Not necessarily showing the jack, but maybe denying the king of diamonds, ace of diamonds.
Yeah, but at the same, I mean, I could see.
Cards.
Yeah.
North could have the ace king of diamonds. So the trump switch, I think you're right. I think is enough.
I think so too. Yeah.
Although, yes, because West can't play a club without conceding a club rough.
Yep.
And if West draws the trumps, then South can just duck the second one plus. So I think actually this is fine.
Yeah.
The other table is zooming on to, looks like 3 spades and a takeout double, followed by 2 places to play from Olivia. I'm pretty sure they've safely landed in 5 clubs, and East would have had to lead a low heart to beat it.
That's a good result.
5 diamonds. 5 diamonds goes down, but not 5 clubs because West does not have the clubs to score a hard draw.
It's a good result for North South. I mean, as you say, 5 diamonds can go down. 5 clubs can in theory, although probably won't. But North South could get too high as well. I mean, I don't think that's a completely automatic double of 3 spades simply because it's minimum and only 3 hearts. But it's fine. And South has done well not to get too high. It's a pretty, I would say, some chance of a swing there. East-West make a lot of tricks as well. I mean, they actually make 10 tricks in spades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised there was no raise from East opposite an unfavorable 3-spade opening.
Yeah. Yeah, East definitely could have raised.
Meanwhile, at the other table, is it remotely possible we go down 4? I think it is, right?
We have 2 more cashers coming in, Ace of Hearts and Ace of Diamonds.
And then South can always overtake the heart. As long as North does not cash a heart right now.
We kind of have to cash out right now because if we play a trump, then the dummies clubs are good. Know that the king of clubs has been dislodged.
Oh, sorry, the 9 of spades is.
The 9 of spades is an entry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I missed as well.
So we need to cash out now.
Had North roughed the first club and somehow found a heart under lead or waited for South to get it. Yes, found a heart under lead and a spade had come back. Then I believe they could have actually taken it down 4. Obviously, that is extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or just cash the Ace of Diamonds instead of underleading the heart, I think.
No, but we have to get to the south hand. We have to get to the south hand to play a trump before the king of clubs is dislodged.
Yes. Yeah. The Ace of Diamonds is not, and not underleading the heart is not good enough for that reason because West can play another club and has got the entry.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Probably South should not have played the Queen of Spades, but okay, this is all obviously easy for us to see, but South probably should have ducked the spade just in case it was an entry.
Still a pickup for the Chen team, right? 800.
Yep.
Is it 800? What are they?
They're non-wall.
Yeah, it's a It's
right.
Yeah, it's only 500. So.
Okay.
Some imps.
It's actually a small pickup for the WAN team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, let's see. This table's moving very quickly.
Hang on. What am I saying? Who's leading? I'm getting confused. Yeah.
Looks like we got to 4 spades here, which
it's not making.
No.
Yep. You said sort of like when I'm overcalling 3 spades, I kind of don't want to have king queen 9 4th of hearts almost. But also, we do have a lot of points.
Yeah, it's a tough problem with 14.
Yeah, I agree. I think you could go either way. You could pass and actually I mean, you could even pass and play to leave 3 hearts doubled in, depending on how crazy North style is.
I mean, these are juniors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could be pretty crazy here, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would have liked. I think I personally might have passed for the East End, but I understand overcalling.
Yeah, I think you could go either way. I think there is a good case for passing when you're down 50. I mean, I know there's still a lot of boards left, but it's not a massive swing action. But it is rates to be slightly different to what they do in the other room, or a chance that it is. So it's definitely got some appeal at this score to pass, and either play to just take 3 heart down in 50s when you don't make a game, or to collect a penalty or something if partner doubles.
And we see at the other table that West elected to preempt 4 spades and not 3 spades. So North is going to have a hard. I mean, North might honestly have a normal. It's hard to double with the North hand now, and South could also consider doubling, but it's hard.
I think North might pass and South might double, and then North might be 4 trumps, which is mirroring the auction, but the other way around.
Yep.
I agree. Still
South doesn't double. Ooh. This is a double swing.
And either way, a heart lead is just so unattractive.
South's doubled, and obviously North, I mean, really should bid 4-0, but, if North think...
The colors, they might consider passing, I don't know.
Definitely should not pass, but I don't know this, I don't know the players. So I only know 2 players in this match. One is Olivia and one is Jacob. I don't know. I might know the other players by sight, but not, and they have passed.
It's a big call.
Oh no.
So that's a disaster.
Yeah. Pretty sad. Trump lead is good, but there's no more trumps to play after that.
And you can rough the hearts out anyway.
Yeah. Oh wait, are they actually going to be? Oh, if they don't cash the diamonds now, they actually might make 6, right? Because hearts are 3-3. You're going to get 2 pitches.
5. They'll lose a diamond.
No, sorry, 5. You lost ace of spades. Yeah.
Yeah, they're making 5. So this is a disaster for the trailing team. I'm just getting a bit dyslexic over which team is which.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's a bad board for the Chen team.
Obviously, it depends a bit what the double is. I mean, most people, particularly at that vulnerability and underneath the 4 spade, would play that double as takeout. I would, but I know some people play it as more penalty. North should obviously definitely bid opposite that, but perhaps they have an agreement that it's a bit more defensive. I don't know. But
I thought the sort of standard was that doubling 4 hearts and especially 4 spades just showed a good hand, because you can't worry too much about the nuances, because you have a lot of good hands that have to do something and they can't do other things.
So it used to be. I think at top level that it's more. Most Europeans, but I mean there are some exceptions, play the double even if 4 spades is more takeout, especially at this vulnerability and underneath. 4 spades pass is certainly in Europe. It's more. I know some of the Polish players play a bit more penalty, but most of the Europeans play that as very takeout.
That's also my understanding in the US too.
I do think there's a distinction between the direct and the balancing, the over versus under. There's some different implications, slightly.
Yeah.
Something interesting happening at the other table. This, for some reason, I found takes a long time to sort of get a feel for when you're learning. So the auction has gone a diamond by East, pass a heart, and North now bid 2 hearts, which absolutely, definitely should be natural, showing a hand like this. I would maybe want a slightly better hand, but Ace, King, Queen, 6 is hard to argue with, even unfavorable. I know a lot of, people when they're learning, they think, oh, this is some sort of Michaels, right? We can't be bidding hearts, they're bidding hearts. But so what if they have 4? So be it. I think it's not going to work out well. Having said all of that, I don't think it's going to work well for them here.
Well, 500. They'll probably get the spades.
What's the alert of 1 heart? I believe they're playing precision. Okay, so it's hearts or 8 to 11
Oh,
ballots.
so it didn't even have to be hearts. So this is, well, obviously, if they don't get the spades right, it's going to go 3 down. But it's very likely, I think, that they'll get spades right simply because they don't have any entries to the dummy.
Do East-West don't make 3-0 trump though, do they?
East-West.
Well, so they've got
They
8
make
tricks.
3-0.
They've got 8 tricks. They probably will make it in practice, although
There are some
because
concerns if it's hardly ducked or something. I don't know.
well, that's their 9th trick.
Oh yeah, that's trick number 9. Yep. So
I mean, you might probably in practice you make 3-0, even if maybe the defense could do something if they're probably going to lead. Well, they have to if they lead a spade. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Yeah, 3-0 might go down. Let's put it that way.
So the imps have come in from 4 spades doubled, so we're looking at 64.
yeah, 63.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The dinner table did reach 4 spades. North did not preempt.
Quite a difference in judgment with North at our table. They have 8 high card points and a 6-card heart suit. At the table we watched, they opened 3 hearts, and at this table they chose to pass. Didn't open 2 for whatever reason. Didn't open 3, didn't open 1, and also didn't overcall the second time round.
Yeah, why can't anyone just open the week 2 anymore?
I do kind of feel like the junior meta is moving away from week 2. I mean, I think it's moving towards multi, which is great, but yeah, everybody's getting a little more cheeky, like a little more cagey, and week 2s are just so expected by this point, right?
Mhm.
I'm kind of being tongue-in-cheek, but I do think juniors just...
Yeah, but on the other hand, it does describe your hand, and it gives partner a chance to, to do something sometimes as well.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the bid itself is not so difficult to deal with, it informs partner of something useful.
It could be a suit quality thing. I mean, he's 6'4". I would certainly open some number of hearts, but I've talked for days now on here, multiple days, about suit quality and how that's key. So
East-West did quite a bit of bidding there actually as well to get to 4 spades on really not very much opposite not very much.
Trump being a random game try, 3 clubs probably seeing I have clubs, 3 hearts being like, I guess a train almost, or maybe it might be hearts itself.
Yeah, the alert is slightly cut off, but it says undiscussed, I assume natural-ish.
Okay.
yeah, if they play immediate game tries are shortness or something else, then it seems like this would be natural and West would not go to game, but it's also Jacob, so he's gonna go to game. So.
I guess he figures he doesn't know whether his partner's got some, ace empty in hearts or some honors and just sort of punted a game.
True.
I'm not sure I would have invited on the East cards. It's imps, obviously. We'll have to be game, obviously, but it's just not a very good hand. If partner has the ace of hearts or maybe the jack, it's going to be pretty good, but it still needs a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's pretty aggressive. I mean, I don't know exactly what the range for 2 spades is, but I do agree. I mean, if the hand was 5-4-3-1, king to 3 down,
huge difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the other problem, you give them great cards. You give them the ace of hearts and the jack of spades. You still can't do everything. You can't lead towards the diamond and hook the spade. Like, it's still not enough, even with sort of a perfect
2 premium cards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 hearts did go for 500.
Mhm. South ducked the club quite smoothly when they're missing only 3 clubs.
Also, the South at the other table didn't even think about opening 2 spades with that hand at favorable.
They're more sound with their preempts, I think.
Okay.
Well, that hand, in a way, is not really the right hand anyway for me. I mean, I would rather not have the ace of clubs.
Sure. Yeah.
And then, open it one of these multis or something. But to me, that hand is it's a bad hand, but it's too good, really.
That's fair. So there's a strong club on East.
On this board, yeah, East has opened a strong club, and I think they make 6 hearts, which is maybe where they're heading. Not a great contract looking at King third club opposite 3 low clubs, but West will be playing it as one thing, and the ace happens to be on side is the other.
Yeah. So what's North going to do? Jam it with 3 spades? That looks fairly standard.
Even do 4, but 3 I think is reasonable.
South did pass, and if they play a modern preempting style, they can't really have anything better than a 5-3-3-2. South could easily have a 4-card spade suit on this auction if they were me.
Can we highlight the other table for a moment? I actually think the play has sort of gotten interesting. So the play was a small spade to the jack, king, and ace. We played a club. South ducked the club, which I thought was interesting, to the king. 10 of hearts to the king, which North ducked. Now, if we have the club, and now it's sort of kind of interesting because the 8 of spades is sort of has been made as an entry, and now it kind of feels awkward to. It feels like South doesn't have I'm not sure what South is supposed to do over here. I mean, he knows his partner is roughing, but
he could just duck it. That's pretty safe because then.
And then he can get a diamond through, yeah.
You get a diamond through, and he can play a trump, but he can probably just take the ace as well and play a trump. And probably knows that.
He's not 100% sure his partner has another trump. I mean, playing the king on the first one is maybe a little unusual. Similar story to the last hand with the jack 9 of spades, where maybe we shouldn't have covered with the queen.
Yeah.
But I don't know that changes the equation, actually, if North doesn't have another spade.
I've got the Lovebridge site open, and mine's moved on past the 10 of clubs, so I'm not sure.
Right, sorry, so we might have to refresh. Oh, okay, we've gone quite a bit further.
Well, it looks like South ducked again, which is, I agree, it's a slight risk, but North.
Nice.
2 singletons with North and 6-card heart suit, which.
Wait, North didn't rough it. He pitched a diamond?
The North, I think, roughed it, and then it looks like a diamond might have been played.
Yeah, it looks like a diamond, an ace, and a trump.
Okay.
And a trump, yeah. So, like the line which David suggested.
I think it's very unlikely North has a singleton spade and a singleton club and hasn't done anything with what must be a 6-card heart suit, because East surely hasn't got 6 spades and 5 hearts.
True.
So what? Down 1 now. It looks like they have a diamond to lose still.
By the way, the other hand has got very interesting. The one we had on before, because West has found an East has bid slam. Okay. So this is
possibly best passed hand. Okay.
Slightly interesting that West queued 5 clubs, which was a second round control, instead of bidding 4 spades, where they also have a singleton. On a different deal, the singleton spade might have been the difference between slam and not slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first I was thinking maybe 5 clubs implies a spade control, but I don't really think it does.
I think
Feels like 5
anything
clubs
it does the opposite.
Yeah.
Although it'd be quite difficult with 2 small spades and a passed hand to to go past.
Yeah.
But nothing's certain. I agree that I think they've done really well to bid it, and that's a chance. I mean, I have no horse in this race, but it would be nice to see the trailing team at least get closer.
Always support the underdog.
Just for fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a very comforting lead for West.
Yes. And interestingly, they have a club gets thrown on the spade on the west hand, and a club gets thrown on the east hand on the long diamond. So they sort of both get their club away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2 discards happen to be in the wrong hands, but there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so what's going to happen on the other? The thing is, in the other room, if North South don't bid, East is going to open 2-0, and that'll cut North South out. And they'll probably get to 6 hearts, but anyway, it's a good result to have.
These guys are
West
playing on a computer. Apparently, they're sitting in the same room on a computer, and West typed in a whole claim that said, "I have 12 tricks. I'm going to draw trumps. I should have enough tricks as long as I don't block myself," which is a lot to type.
Wow.
But you know, fair.
So they're playing. So they're playing. I see. I didn't realize they're actually playing on computers.
Yeah.
Well, no, aren't they 2 to a room?
Yeah. So I think North and East are in in a room, but both on computers, and West and South are in a different room on computers.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is correct. Well, on tablets, but yes. Or wait, it's Chromebooks actually, I think, now.
It's been Chromebooks. I don't know if it's changed, but yeah. So
The board we saw, what was it, board 20, board 34, the 500 there. They're in 3 no trumps. This is the hand with ace, king, queen to 6 hearts. So they're in 3 no trumps.
One thing to note at our table is the auction started a club pass, and they used transfer responses. Excuse me. So West showed hearts by bidding 1 diamond.
And
North had the option of perhaps overcalling 1 heart, which I like to play as natural in that spot too.
I know a lot of Americans like to play something like 1 heart is sort of like a takeout oriented bid of either, because I think in America a lot of people play that double and 1 heart are both takeout oriented bids. One of them being a takeout of the transferred suit, hearts and clubs. The other one being a takeout of hearts and diamonds. So maybe a 1 heart overcall might not have been possible, and they might have had to commit to 2 hearts. But I do like playing 1 heart as a natural overcall also myself.
Interesting. It's not common. I very rare to play 1 heart as natural nowadays, in my experience. But maybe it's a good idea.
I got disconnected for a second, but we were talking about this the last set with Jacob and Cornelius playing transfers over a club. He accepted the transfer.
He accepted the 1 heart for the singleton, yeah. Yeah, that's their style. A 1 spade was basically like a transfer to 3 no trump, saying I don't have 4 spades. I don't have 4 spades. 1 no trump was basically sort of semi-balanced-ish, and yeah, 3 no.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably bidding this way with 1 heart and the singleton so that a 2 club rebid would show 6, which is useful.
And they did lead a heart, and that did get ducked, so they're
That's 9.
probably... So that's 9, yep, like you said.
I mean, the only lead to give North-South a chance, I guess, is a spade.
Probably, yeah.
And that does give North-South a real chance, because we can see that East-West can duck a round of spades and keep knocking hearts out, and they can't go to the long spade. But that's not necessarily the line they would take. I mean, East-West might play on clubs, for example.
Yeah.
Although I suppose you could potentially still even recover from that because the south hand is dead. So probably 3 no would always make in practice.
Yeah.
Still, that's a small pickup. for the trailing team. So what's happening to 1-0?
It's about to make. Can the club? I mean, they have the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. I know they attacked spades early on, but I like a spade today, spade back, another spade. And I don't remember. And I think they played a diamond towards the king and ace. Then they cashed some spades, and then East put West to the test with clubs. Obviously, they did not know the diamond suit was coming. They took the finesse and they made after that.
Yeah.
Wow, a 15 to 17 no shot. You just don't see that so much anymore.
And Juno, I see Miss Puppet, and they're probably just going to reach 3 now. And yeah, it looks pretty boring. I mean, it's just a lot of tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 11 or 12.
Yep.
Not much chance of a swing on that board. I mean, there's a tiny chance that someone could bid slam and either make it or not make it, but in practice, it's probably a flat.
Yeah.
Going to be a flat board. On a heart lead here, I guess it'll be 12 because West will get squeezed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think it takes a spade lead to beat 6. I think you also make 6 double dummy if you finesse the jack and 10 of diamonds.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got this very interesting hand.
6 hearts deal.
I am curious if what he opens here, because it's 19, right?
20.
Oh, it's
20.
20. Okay.
What do they play? Do they play just a sort of standard system?
They play a standard tour one with like the Walsh transfers like we saw on the earlier board. So yeah, they're gonna have an uncontested auction, and
I'd like to
they're probably favored to reach 6.
Transfers over 2 no trump openings, but also showing something on the side. So I would probably bid 3 spades here as a super accept, showing spade values or a spade queue.
Yeah, I was thinking about a super accept from East. I think that might be the only way they get there. I'm not sure West is really gonna make a move.
Well,
That's
if
cool.
East bids 3 hearts, West, I think, has to show the diamonds. I mean, West has got a maximum passed hand.
So director call.
Oh. Okay, so East is super accept, so they're going to get there.
Yeah.
Except, what do you call it? The 4 clubs might be sort of trying to psychic control. I'm not sure.
I think it's just
says
a super accept.
Okay.
They've alerted it just as heart support with a good hand. So
Okay, I think
no
about
reference to other suits.
Yeah, the West will bid a slam now. I'm pretty certain of that.
The other auction was slightly trickier because East only showed 17 plus, not 20. And because West showed a 5-card suit, East raised, they may have only had 3 hearts. So the other West was facing a slightly worse hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, West did really well to find 5 clubs on that hand.
Yeah, he did really well.
We have kickback. 4 spades is kickback for those that either love or hate it, which is everyone. Brad, who's one of the viewers in chat, pointed out that in this auction, the auction started pass, and North looking at a 3 count and was favourable, had the option of messing around. But having watched this North bid a few hands, I didn't think he would, but I could imagine some people doing something on the North hand in front of the 2.
And they are like the trailing team, so...
Yeah, it's 3rd seat. You've got 13 cards. That's the requirement.
And looks like the squeeze has materialized at the other table.
Okay, they did well. So that's another high quality flat board.
Just what you want when you're down by 50.
It's a harsh game bridge sometimes. You do really, really well, and then it's just kind of flattened because they don't have the same problem in the other room.
Mm-hmm. True. So
East might open a precision diamond, and then kind of unclear where it goes from there. South will want to act.
Yes. And can they bid?
Oh, no,
can
sorry, they're
someone-
vulnerable. Sorry, they're vulnerable. They're playing 2 or 1 in this spot.
Oh, so they play two systems.
Yeah, they're playing the same thing which Joker and Brad Moss do. So they're playing precision if they're non-vulnerable or if they're in 4th chair, and
Wow.
2 or 1 if they're vulnerable in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd.
Wow, that's a lot of work. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of partnership work for sure.
are both of these teams and the team that is USA1, are they all 6-handed?
Yep, all 3 of them are 6-handed already at this point.
Okay. So no.
So no augmenting pairs or anything.
Yeah.
So one heart, it's got a club, a diamond, a heart. Oh, it's non-forcing constructive. I was going to ask. It got alerted. Yeah, okay.
And 2 spades is basically I have the best hand at the table for going.
Going somewhere. Going
North's not going to enjoy that.
to 3
I guess
no.
North just bids 3 diamonds. North will bid 3 diamonds, I guess.
Yeah.
Or unless they have some agreement to show some Lebensol weird agreement. I don't. I don't play anything here.
Mhm.
North South do make 3 no, but it's pretty dodgy.
Yeah.
Basically need a short king of diamonds on this side, is it?
Yep, King Doubleton or a stiff king, basically.
Actually, you could. Oh, it's not the only line, actually. If the clubs are 4-4, you could play to knock out the diamond and take the heart finesse. But...
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The heart finesse seems anti-percentage, but yeah.
Okay, so they've stopped in a fairly normal spot, which is might take a while, but it's going to make. Going to make quite easily, actually.
The other
Kind of
table
just
is
need to avoid losing 3 spades, right?
Yeah, which isn't possible because the spades are 3-3. So
Yep.
North South could play. South could play everything from the top and make it.
Yep.
And the other table, was this the 1 no trump board?
Yeah, this was the 1-0 Trump one where defense took 6 tricks and then declare had the rest. Spade East opened a spade and then North overcalled a no trump. That ended the action. Spade to the ace, spade back, which was stuck, another spade, and then we played a diamond to the king and ace, and then cashed 3 more spades. So defense got 5 spades and the ace of diamonds. And then East played a club, and then the club finesse was taken, and then yeah, we had the rest.
I mean, the auction may not be the same. I mean, there are, South could double. I mean, I must admit, I would bid 1 no, but it is 18. South could double, and if South doubles, North South could get to game even, which obviously they don't want to, but they might.
Yeah.
And even after 1 no trump, the bidding could be North could try something. Probably East West won't bid anything, but I'm just saying it's not 100% to be the same.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide. I have, minor suit statement available in some partnerships. I'm trying to decide if I would do that after a spade and no trump on that board. And I think I would not. I think I would just settle in one now with the
I mean,
jack of spades.
it is a hand where if your diamonds are running, you might make 3-0 on a good day.
True.
But-
It's almost an invite,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Like, I would pass 1-0 trump or with it, I think, or maybe bid Stamen or something. But I wouldn't invite. But could easily be a game.
Yeah, I mean, you could partner the 10 of spades instead of the 9 and move the ace of move the ace of hearts into the ace of diamonds. You're pretty much there. You got 5 diamonds and 2 spades, perhaps, and probably, yeah, 2 hearts and 10. Yeah.
Ah, so it is different.
Yeah, I was thinking about this spade opening.
This could make a very big well, it does make a very big difference because, as we can see, even 2-0 trumps is not making, and North facing a 2-0 overcall might
It's a lot more attractive to raise.
Yeah, because you're already in 2. Partner doesn't have some of the, might not have some of the dead minimums that they have over 1 spade. I mean,
and the upper range is higher.
Yeah, you could definitely see North raising here. Just ran, as a guess. But even if they don't, it's 1 down, isn't it? It's really nothing much you can do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you don't have tricks.
It looks like an intermediate 2 spades, like 10 to 13. Is that? Do you know if that's their agreement in all seats? Like, do they play multi and?
They do play multi, I believe. So their 2-level bids are intermediate. That is correct. Let me just double check. That is what their 2-level bids mean in all chairs.
I think it depends on vulnerability.
Yep.
It's 3 clubs. What is that? Some people, I actually often play that as diamonds.
It's puppet.
Puppet, so it's puppet statement. We don't know whether they're planning on playing in 3 diamonds or 3.
They might not be on the same page, but I mean, it's not going to hurt them because 3 diamonds was alerted as no 4-card major.
Well, there's quite a big difference over what North does now because 3 diamonds is making, and 3-0 trumps is down 2.
Oh, you think they might have bid garbage?
Well, they may have been intending to pass 3 of a red. Okay, so that.
Yeah, North self-alerted it as puppet stamen. So I don't think they were intending it to necessarily be garbage, but they could have. One option is that partner would be 3-0 over puppet stamen. But maybe they had some extra outs.
Well, it depends what version. Possible, given that that spades isn't a thing here. I don't know. It may have been a version where your partner would always bid 3 of a red. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, it looks like they were intending to bid game anyway, which I have every sympathy with.
Mm-hmm.
But not going to help their cause.
Yep. What happens if they block the spades? Do they have a shot at making 3-0 then?
Well, it's just not going to happen because I don't think anyway, because I think South has to duck the 2nd spade and hope the ace of diamonds is onside. I mean, maybe even hope it's onside Doubleton.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, and they're not going to block the spades, are they? Jacob is not going to.
Probably not.
He's not going to block the spades. Could East decide there's some reason to duck? But he'd probably get away with it in any case. They probably play 3rd and 5th leads here simply because that's what most people do. So probably East just knows that partner has 3
I believe they play 4th. They play 4th. It's no trump.
Oh, they play 4th. So East knows that.
But they play 3rd. They play 3rd from 3, even if it's 3 small. I'm pretty sure.
So East, obviously, if partner has 3 small, East. Well, anyway, East has taken the ace. It could be right for East to duck and then duck the next round.
Mm-hmm. Right. That might have been what they were contemplating.
Yeah, well, he's got so much. So assuming East West don't mess up, I guess the 2 spade was what won the board for them.
Yeah.
That seems to be a theme this week. The getting in there, bidding, preempting one more, all of that seems to be winning overall. So they made 3 diamonds, I assume, on the last board, and now we have a garbage stamen, technically crawling stamen auction.
Looks like 2 spades should make reasonably comfortably with the spade. The hearts are wrong, but the spade jack is onside, and there's no risk of a rough out there.
Yeah.
So probably just lose 2 spades, 2 hearts, and a club. So probably another solid result there. Especially on that lead. I was going to say you need a couple of entries to play spades, but that clears that up.
I agree with the lead, certainly, though.
Yeah. Very reasonable lead.
Yeah. I mean, even the only deterrent is looking at 3 small hearts, right? So with North showing the majors, or perhaps a 3-suitor, a trump lead is often called for on these kind of garbage hands or crawling stamen hands. Looking at 3 small hearts is a small deterrent, but what else are you going to lead? I mean, yeah.
I'm not sure I'd have continued with the king of spades, though, when I see that dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the dummy is very good. And there's a source of tricks, or it looks like in hearts. My partner could have queen 1 spade for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like there's a rush to play king and another.
It's also a little different because they have definitely found a 4-4 fit or even a 5-4 fit. You know, if they settle in 2 diamonds, you have no idea how many diamonds opener has. If opener had, or if Olivia had rebid 2 diamonds and now North crawls to the majors, they're not in an 8-card fit necessarily. So it's a different nuance, but.
Okay, so we can see 3-no drifting off in the other room.
Yeah. Pretty much the same defense, and I assume we're going to probably see a club shift now. I even see a dime. I know a hard shift works equally fine.
Well, the thing is West is going to get squeezed, quote unquote. So South actually is going to have a guess here.
Oh yeah, they are. Yep, that is correct.
They've revealed everything.
Nope, they just went for the finesse.
Well, I guess if the 2 spades was meant to be 10 to 13, and East had shown up with 9.
Up with these. Yep. So you
could have had the jack of clubs. That would be 10.
They could have had it. Yeah. They did want to play the. I mean, I guess they didn't really have a choice in that.
Yeah.
So you kind of mentioned it, but in the play of 2 spades, after you let the ace of spades and you see that dummy, what is sort of your thought process for trick 2? Like, what are you leaning towards and why?
My thought process is I'm not hopeful.
Dummy's I agree with that.
Dummy's a bit good. I just don't see. It's very unlikely that 3 rounds of spades rapidly is necessary, and I might just crash queen 1 in my partner's hand. So my thoughts would be, I'm not going to play a spade because I don't want to do that. And so I would be thinking of what to switch to. And I hadn't got that far. Maybe they didn't know what to switch to, and that's why they just continued spades.
If you can figure out how to tap dummy, that's often a good way to go. But with, what was it, like honor X, or something in the minors?
David, there's a comment in the chat. David, congratulations on selection for the English Camrose team this weekend. Says Rob from Scotland, but I'm rooting for Scotland, so I can't wish you luck.
Okay, thanks, Rob. I was born in Scotland, so I don't mind you rooting for Scotland.
So East-West are playing a strong club here at non-bull. So 2 hearts is a weak or strong spade raise. Is that right?
presumably we can hover over the alert, Cyrus, if you can.
So this is a little bit interesting. This board. I mean, first you've got the north hand, like, you know. Some people would double a spade. I mean, I know Helgamo would double a spade, and he's knows what he's doing. Definitely, a lot of people would double a spade on that. And then the south hand, one spade past two spades. If it has gone like that, definitely, you know, I would double, and I would certainly balance here with the south hand.
Yeah, you have 5-4 in the reds. I mean, Queen 10 double turn of spades you'd ideally like somewhere else, but it seems like we can compete.
I am a little surprised about the final pass at all white. Certainly at match points, I think it's so clear to bid at multiple times or to come in. Here, you're looking to gain.
And
You know,
also,
you're looking to part
so
score.
they make 3 no trumps here, I think.
Is that right?
I think so. I mean, they've got 25 high. They've got 3 spade stops, 4 diamond tricks. They've got. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. And the club suit is not a threat at all.
So this 2 hearts gadget did win the board for. It might be a good board for Chen, because otherwise it could easily go spade pass, maybe spade pass 1 no. It's easier to double then.
yeah, East should not pass 1 spade, but a spade pass a no trump is probably the modern kind of standard thing to do.
And then South
Yeah,
has a pretty
that's if
easy
North
double.
passes. Well, I don't know about easy.
But
The Queen 10 doubleton spade is part of the 12 count. It's not so easy for North South to get in and get into game. Like, for example, here, had South balanced with a double, I mean, obviously North South wouldn't actually get to game.
yeah. I think more realistically they just competed 3 diamonds.
I'm also not certain East would bid. I agree that they should, but it wasn't just the last set. We saw a heart pass, and responder was 3-3-5-2 with the king queen third of hearts and chose to pass a heart. So,
Okay.
and the other table they bid 1 no trump with that hand, but yeah, I agree. It's a bid.
Yeah, I would definitely bid a no trump with East. Just mainly trying to just steal or get out to 2 spades and conceal the sort of spade fit. I bid a no trump, partner bid something, and I go back to 2 spades, and it sounds like I have a doubleton. Obviously, it could get too high, but that's just my style.
If partner's 18-19 balanced and it starts a spade pass a no trump, do they game force or do they have a way of inviting in your methods, David?
I can get out to 3 spades facing 18-19 balance. The 18-19 balance bids 2 no trumps, and then East can transfer to spades and pass 3 spades.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would much rather be in 1 spade, but who knows? The opponents have a heart fit. Maybe they make something. So this is interesting because the other room, East did not open this 12 count.
Yeah, there are some 12 counts which East in particular will pass. I have not really and I think they're like one of probably 2 juniors I know who have ever seen pass a 12 count consistently. So yeah, they have a style, and it has worked for them a couple of times in this event.
There was one the last set. Someone passed 3 aces, right?
Yeah, that was not. It was not that East player. It was I believe one of the players on Team Chen. That did not work out, if I recall, because the opponents did have an easy 1-0, 3-0 kind of auction.
That's right. The other table, it was trickier to get.
I occasionally pass a 12 count vulnerable. I wouldn't pass that one, but I do occasionally pass, and I do have actually quite a few of my partners who pass 12 counts vulnerable.
Cornelius East made an excellent quote a few years ago, which is that the way you win at junior bridge is you bid like a senior, and the way you win at seniors bridge is you bid like a junior. I think there's a lot of merit to it.
Meanwhile, spare a thought for Jacob Freeman here, who is currently mopping his brow. Sorry to interrupt you there. I was just thinking, my God, my partner's balanced with one no trump vulnerable as a passed hand, and I'm looking at a king and a queen. 4-3.
They found a fit somehow.
No, I'm sure he probably bid 2 clubs really confidently, like, yeah, I've got 8 clubs here, don't worry.
Jacob always lands on his feet, I promise.
Well, he's found a fit, but there is 2 diamond losers, 2 hearts and a rough is 5, 2 spades is 7, and a club is 8. I mean, it's literally 800 in their 4-4 fit. Am I missing something?
The defense doesn't even seem to.
Maybe he gets overplayed. No, it's not. No, you're right. Yeah, because he's got a diamond exit. He can cash a couple of diamonds, heart through, queen ace rough, ace of clubs, exit with a diamond, and wait for 2 spade tricks. Oh no, is there a heart pitch?
A spade might go away.
Yes, you're right. So this might only be 500. Yeah, it probably is 500. Yeah.
Against 3 diamonds making 3, was it?
Made 10.
Okay.
Yeah, needed to leave maybe a spade on the go to get everything. So it's funny that passing the 12 count actually kind of led to more trouble.
There's a small chance maybe can North discard a spade on a diamond and then duck a spade and get a rough?
Oh,
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking diamond, 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 but I think you can do it later as well.
oh, hello. So that, what is it? Queen, ace of hearts, and rough a heart. I don't think you can do everything.
Diamond.
Queen of diamonds, diamond.
Yeah, but you can't do it all. Maybe.
Can we not have played the extra heart for them?
Well, now East has the jack of hearts. South can't rough with the ace of clubs or anything like that. So
Yeah, I don't think they can do anything at this point to get it down 3. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this is anyway. It's a pickup for the Shen team, which they desperately need because I mean they're down 70, and there really aren't very many boards left. There's only 20 boards left roughly. Where are we? Hang on.
20.
Yeah, that's right. We're playing up to 60.
Yep. The slower table's on board 38. So some results yet to come.
Okay. Well, they desperately need a swing. I mean, they want to be going into the last set to have a chance. You'd think sort of 40 or less. I mean, 70's too much, 50's. Well, I know it's junior bridge, but these seem like pretty solid juniors to me.
Yep.
These are not the kind of juniors that I played around. I mean, they're very good as well as being solid.
North's got a pretty exciting hand. And what does everyone think about opening ace queen to 5 spades, ace to 6 clubs, and a 6-5? Who's opening a club? Who's opening a spade? What do you change to change your opinion?
I would open a club every time.
Yeah, me too. I'm very big for one club. I know that means I would never be allowed into Poland, but yeah.
I agree with one club. And as the cards are 6 spades and 6 clubs is kind of almost on a finesse on just the king of clubs. If the king of clubs is on set, you can imagine it being a pretty good slam.
What would you open, Will?
When I'm quite minimum, and this hand, despite being 10, has 2 aces in my long suit, so maybe it doesn't count. But if it's worse than this, I do often open a spade.
Blasphemy.
But there you go. I've been to Poland heaps of times. It's great.
So have I. I love it.
And,
But I just keep it to myself when I'm there.
and
There's
yeah,
actually
we
a new
had-
question, David, on the visa application. They deal out a hand and they said, "What would you open?" Get the answer wrong.
I mean, they open the major with 8-5, certainly 7-5.
There are a bunch of auctions where it's hard to show that you have a 5-card major if you don't open it. So if I think the prospects of slam are almost nil and maybe it's a part score board or a game hand or something, opening a spade seems good.
You're going to lose the clubs as well. I mean, a spade past 2 red. Scary to bid 3 clubs on a 10 count.
Yeah.
And
So the defense at the other table, it went diamond, heart, spade.
so North didn't give a rough. North switched to us. What's happened here?
North also didn't get.
South won the spade ace at some point and then played a spade themselves. So Jacob was able to pick this, put in the spade 10. So the Curry got 2 spade drags.
Okay, so sort of there was a chance missed there.
Yep. Yeah, you can see that 8 of spades to 10. Cyrus, if you could go trick by trick again, just. Okay, I guess we went on to the next board.
On the table with the 6-5, Olivia heard partners show potentially a 6-5, although maybe not promising because it went club a spade and then Olivia bid 4 suit forcing or bid the opponent's suit, and then North repeated spades, but potentially under duress maybe, and elected to play 3-no with ace the diamond, which was East suit, opposite a singleton. And 3-no might be in trouble.
It's definitely in trouble.
North maybe thought they'd shown the shapely hand, but maybe hadn't. So
I mean, if 2 diamonds did a game for us, which I think it did, kind of, because we did cue the opponent's suit. It's more we cue the opponent's suit. Then I think South could have maybe taken it slow by bidding Trump. And now, if North might have considered 2 spades to be sort of like the default rebid of I don't really have anything to show. And then North, if they bid 3 spades, now that can be bumped up to 4.
Yeah, South could even bid 3 clubs. I mean, I don't think South should be grabbing no trumps with ace third, period.
No, not if partner could have a singleton diamond, even if it doesn't show a 6-5 already, just like a 5-4 or whatever. Maybe North can't have a 4-3-1-5, but 2 small diamonds is still not fun.
And down 3 now.
Yeah, some people play, as you were mentioning, 2 spades, although not necessarily in this specific auction, but if it uncontested. Some people play repeating the second suit after 4th suit as a kind of, I'm stuck. I actually I quite like just to play it at 6-5. But in this auction, I have to admit, I've never discussed it with any of my partners, even though this auction looks like it shouldn't be that unusual. I don't think I've actually had a conversation as to what I would expect for 2 spades here. I think I would expect 5 spades.
And what's your default? Like, I don't really know what to do bid.
3 clubs.
Well, let's see. So what's my hand? I bid 2 hearts when I've got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
4-1-3-5. That's the problem hand. I probably would bid 2 no trump. I mean, Julie mentioned you could bid 3 clubs. I probably would bid 2 no, even though I've got.
Okay.
But I agree. It's a problem. It is a problem. It looks like Olivia was just expecting that was the default bid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North
Olivia
might
also might have been.
Sorry.
Olivia might have been nervous that 2 diamonds wasn't game forcing, and didn't want to risk 2-no or something.
I agree.
I don't know Stella. I don't know how much they play together. Are they a regular partnership? I don't know.
They started playing together as a partnership to see it. I mean, it's 2025 and 2024.
Right. Also, could North have said, why did my partner Q bid and then bid 3-no rather than bidding 3-no? I suppose, though, that South could have just been looking for heart support. I suppose.
Yeah, they might have a big red 2-suiter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does like 5 hearts for sure.
Yeah, that's certainly one for them to discuss anyway.
There's been a small difference of approach on the other table on board 39, where South opened a strong no trump, and we watched North bid Stamen with their 4-5 in the majors.
Yeah.
At the other table, they transferred to Hearts, and they're playing in a 5-2 fit. This is the poster hand for bidding Stamen when you're 4-5 and partners 4-2.
And
So
yep,
it's not
they're
really-
down 1-1.
It's possible
got
that
this big.
there was a systemic reason why they had to do that. It's possible.
That's true. I like playing flexible Stamen with as many ways to
too.
show bad hands as possible.
Me too. It feels a little bit, like that they've just, this north-south pair, just slightly been in the wrong place at the wrong time on a couple of boards here. Like it's slightly random. Okay, yeah, it probably is better to bid Stamen on the north hand, but there are hands where transferring could work out better, and they got done a bit by that 2-spade opener as well. But all of this is working for the WAN team.
So the feature table, West opened a spade in third seat with 17 and a 5-card spade 2, and they're now making an invite. I like this invite better. We saw another one previously, which was roughly the same strength. It was a heart, 2 hearts, 2-no, or whatever. But this time they've got all the aces and the king of spades. I like this one a bit better.
So what's this 2-no bid? It says, please tell me the suit, the lowest suit the partner will reject. That helps to try.
I would.
It's the opposite of Kokish. Game tries.
Whoa, that's just too much for my dyslexic mind. I would be too confused. Too many negatives. I've got to do
Game
what?
try in clubs, not in diamonds.
This seems strange. I would certainly accept a game try in any suit. I have a decent hand.
You also did not bid jury. Don't forget.
Yeah, I would think that was just a game bid. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, luckily West said okay.
So West is offering 3-no, and East with a doubleton. Yeah. So East has offered 4 hearts. They're a very technical auction. By the way, on that other hand where we talked about the 1-no trump response, they did respond 1-no trump, and they have stolen it. With the
Yes,
2
South
hearts.
not find a bid. North, I don't think can find a bid either. Yeah.
Yeah, this stealing was a bit more convincing though, because the East-West pairs, like you said, didn't really show a fit. Harder to balance.
Yes.
Harder to bid in the direct seat.
Yeah, spade pass or no trump. It's not so attractive to double with South. The spade pass 2 spades, I do double just because when they found a fit, it's just, I think it's percentage. Not to get to game or anything. I'm just trying to get to a contract and push them up a level.
Yeah. Also, it's all white. All white, always bid.
Yeah.
On the South hand, you're actually almost hoping that you don't play it at the 3 level. You're hoping that they play it at the 3 level.
Right.
Yeah.
Your Queen of Spades, Queen 10
Yeah,
double.
sort of almost bluffing a little bit.
Yeah. With a lot of upside that maybe you do have a fit somewhere and it's great.
Yeah.
But
Whether North should double, I'm in no way being critical of pass. Probably most people would pass, but I definitely do know plenty of top players who would double with the North hand.
I often double, and if you make it any stronger, I would double. I don't care about the shape that much. When I'm sort of 14 points, I would double. This is a
Yes,
pretty
but the
nice
Jack of
13.
Diamonds is the queen. I think I would definitely double if the Jack of Diamonds was the queen.
Yeah.
This hand is right on the cusp for me.
It's a pretty good hand.
I frequently then take the 2 of spades and slip it in amongst my hearts when I put down dummy, and then people don't look at me so strangely.
Is that really online for you, Lou?
Some of the tricks I know at bridge are a lot harder playing online bridge.
Well, you can claim misclicks and stuff, I suppose, but
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this before. So I threw the North hand into the K&R evaluator, and it's exactly 13, which I don't think I've ever seen it identical to the high card points.
a 13 point.
13.00, yeah.
Wow.
I suspect what that reflects is that the 4-3-3 puts it in the middle, and the
Definitely,
usefulness
yeah.
of the jacks is about right, and it's nothing above or below.
It's got
Yeah.
the 10-9, and one of the 10s is with a jack.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 10s and 2 9s and an 8, and they're all kind of in the right places, which drag it up slightly, I imagine.
Mhm.
What happens, Stuart, if you've still got it there and you take away the 10-9 of clubs, for example?
Make them small.
Yeah, 6
Take
5
the
4
9
3.
of clubs and make the 9 of clubs the 7 or something.
We're going to go down by 0.01 or something.
All right, so we have the same hand, but 9 7 6 5 of clubs, and now it's 12.6.
That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
10 of clubs,
Almost
big
half
card.
a point.
10 of clubs. How big a car is the 9 of clubs? You
Much
swap
better
them.
with the 10, certainly. Let's
Um,
see.
For those who don't know what the K&R calculator is basically it's a toy that someone made where you type in a bridge hand and it randomly gives you a number where it guesses how strong the hand is with a little bit of science and stuff mixed in. But it does value shape, honors, location, as well as how the cards work together. There's a link in the Twitch chat if anyone's interested.
Thanks, Will. Interestingly, I swapped the 9 of clubs for the 2, so now we have the same hand, but 7 6 5 2 of clubs, and it's also 12.6. So it doesn't care about the 9 of clubs. You can make the 9 of clubs any club, and it's still 12.6.
But what if you've got 10 7 6 2 of clubs? So you've
Oh,
got 10.
10 7 6 2.
Sorry, so you've got the 10 and not the 9.
10 and not the 9.
So at the other table, they've picked up the 6 5 in the blacks. Sorry to interrupt, Jubit, and they've opened a spade.
Interesting.
North has just received a visa from the Polish embassy. They're allowed in.
Yep.
He'll be thrilled. I do think he's just graduated with his PhD or master's. I can't remember. He's going to Michigan when we teach bridge there together.
Well, that solves the spade fit issue.
So,
So
yeah, they're going to dodge 3 now, which will be good.
the that same hand, the 10 of clubs without the 9, is 12.8. So
Ooh.
it really thinks it's a fifth of a point to have the 10 and the 9 together versus the 10 and the 9 versus just having the 10 and then having the 9 gets you nothing.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, not science, but I tend to use the evaluator when it helps prove my point and completely disregard it when it doesn't. So
I think that's the only reason that they built it. It's its only use, basically. North-South have to be careful not to bid slam in spades in the other room.
True.
North has a pretty good hand and South has a pretty good hand. And they have what appears to be sufficient key cards for slam.
I mean, slam is not the worst. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
you need 3-2 trumps and the king of clubs on side.
You are taking a finesse in clubs into the bidder, so whatever that means.
Perhaps.
Yeah, it's not
and
great. It's not
It's
great.
only an 8-card fit, so you may not be able to handle some things.
Well, if they bid slam here, then
They could still pick up some.
They'll still get imps. They'll still get imps in,
Oh
but
god,
not
yes.
enough.
Yeah, they.
But not enough. At the main table, this rough and slough has put Declare in sort of an annoying position.
Yeah, that's a clever play. It's a very interesting play, the rough and discard.
Yeah. So just to catch you up, the lead was a club, which was duck, another club, and then king of spades was duck. Now spade of the queen and ace, and now we're in this position.
So, yeah, this is very interesting. I mean, obviously, we can see that.
The hearts are.
Yeah, the hearts are coming in, and that North has the diamond king. But from West's perspective, West doesn't know this. West has a guess in diamond potentially.
Mhm.
Hearts come in, but not for 5 tricks, unless West can play a heart from the dummy, because if playing on hearts themselves, they don't have the entries to take 5 tricks. and have also got a spade finesse to take. So it's a little bit.
It's a lot of work to do.
And
We'll
there
do
are braces at the other table as well.
They're going to bit of slam.
Yeah, the other it's quite tragic.
Yeah. The thing is, they're kind of chasing, but don't know that on this board all they had to do was find game. They don't know that.
Yeah.
So what's West going to do here? What's the best thing to do? Because if they take the rough in the dummy, they kind of don't know what to throw away and they can't pick the spade up. So you feel like West is going to take the rough in their hand, but then and throw something from the dummy. But what do they do next?
What they threw. They only have one entry to the dummy. And it kind of feels like, I mean, you're not expecting the hearts to come in for, like, you're not expecting queen double to odds on. You might have to end up playing for that. But my immediate thought is I kind of want to use the heart king. I mean, I kind of want to engineer a coup in a lot of variations, I think. But I might have to play a diamond myself.
Well, you could rough it in the dummy and play a heart to the jack. And then if
that is an option.
If that loses, you can hope that the diamonds are kind of frozen.
They might be, but they could play a heart back, right?
But that's fine. You just draw. You just play spade. Oh no, hang on. You just play spade.
Two terms.
Yeah, you just play spade. I mean, if you rough, say you throw a diamond from hand, you rough in the dummy, you play a heart to the jack. If it loses and a diamond comes back, that's the scary thing, and you get it wrong, you can still hope that South has 3 hearts. Because remember, you've thrown 1 diamond away on this tree.
Yep. Okay,
so that might be the best thing to do is throw a diamond and rough in the dummy and then play a heart to the jack. Basically playing to lose 2 spades. Hang on, am I talking complete rubbish here?
You've lost 2 tricks already.
I've already lost 2 tricks, so if I lose a heart to the jack, I've gone down. So,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. So then that line is not so appealing. But if you rough this in hand and you play what? If you play a diamond, they can go in and give you another, play another rough and discard.
Yeah, so we might
So you might actually have to just rough this in the dummy and play a heart to the jack and hope the queen of hearts is onside.
Yeah, so you come back to the same position. You need South to have queen, third of hearts, and then you can get a coup, and then you can get a coup in the 2-card ending.
This is what they're doing. They're going to play a heart to the jack.
Well, then you need to cash the ace of. Oh, you have to cash the ace of diamonds, right?
You're talking about you end up needing a coup.
Only if South has 3 hearts, right?
Well, they don't have to set up. They don't have to set up a coup for you anyway. They can just exit with a heart. I think basically that West just needed the heart finesse. He realised that if he roughed it, he didn't really have a good play.
Mm-hmm.
If he roughed in hand,
he's got to draw. There we go. He's got to draw.
Yeah. Now they're in good shape. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but this looks like a pretty boring board. It's like 11 opposite 12 east west. No fit. Diamond fit.
They're gonna play precision at this chair, so they might honestly just be able to stop in 1-note trump if they decide the East End is not worth an invite.
Yeah, diamond spade double 1-no rebid. If that's 11 to 13, East might just pass it.
Yeah.
If they were to get to 2-no trumps,
10 to 12 no trump. There you go.
Okay. Never mind.
Even easier.
Well, now they're much easier to pass it out. And on the spade lead, how are they going to do?
Well, spade to the queen and a club through.
Oh, club through. Yeah, excuse me.
You would be glad you're in one, put it that way.
Yep.
I think a spade to the queen and a club through probably would hold it to one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. Yeah, it probably would. Yeah, it'd hold it to one. Yeah. Okay, so 6 spades is going down 1.
Yep. They pondered a
Win
bit before
3?
taking the finesse.
Win
Yep,
3.
win 3. But not enough. They have 66 imps to make up, and
That's roughly the run rate required then.
66.
Run rate has got out of hand.
It's it's more than 3 imps aboard.
But less than 4.
Yeah.
They don't know what we're talking about, I think, with run rates.
No, I'm from India. I've played cricket.
Okay, so 3 of us probably know. Sorry,
I've
Julie.
watched enough bridge with non-Americans commentating to know what we're talking about. I have learned about cricket from probably you, David, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Some random BBO view graph from sometime in the last 10 years.
So South did not shift to a club, which actually helps declare a lot.
Yeah, because North can't play clubs profitably. So
Yep.
not that they're making millions, but because both diamonds are wrong, but I guess they'll make see, they could clear the spades. What do they get? 3, 4.
They'll get a spade, a diamond. They'll get 2 spades and a diamond probably.
I was trying to
And
think from
maybe a
Olivia's
club.
perspective whether it makes sense to come back a spade knowing Declare has 4 or even 5. And
Yeah.
I don't know, as long as you're able to give suit preference at some point or an attitude signal. I mean, partner's got some stuff. They might have a hard time exiting. So maybe trying to lead something else through is right, but they could also just, have the ace. I don't know, ace 10 of spades. And
I mean, we can always play a spade back if needed. I do think the club shift at trick 2 is very attractive because, like you said, the 4th best lead. And
They're so hard to defend. 1 no trump all pass is very difficult to defend always because you just know so little. Often you get in very early with the hand over the dummy, and you just have often no idea.
the heart back was
not
ideal.
Not best, but it was basically a question of whether this made 1, 2, or 3, wasn't it?
Yeah. They're going to repeat the finesse and then.
So I guess it's still just making. Was it making
5?
My eyes are getting
Probably
fried.
2.
Yeah, making 2. Hang on, no.
Mean, it can make 3 in practice if it's going to make 3 now.
Yeah.
Because North will have to give a what do you call it, a spade. If North had held on to Queen Doubleton, then maybe. Oh, I guess they have Queen 9 left, so the club suit is actually blocked as it is.
So it looks like at the other table they are in 4 spades. Club was led but not ducked, and then King of Spades ducked. Spade very similar.
And now the question is whether they can find the same defense. I mean, it makes on pretty much almost any other. I think club is the only thing which gives them a problem, right? Queen double on one side.
Yeah. Yeah, if they've switched to diamonds, then West has got 2 entries to the dummy, 1 to pick the spades up, 1 to pick the hearts up.
Yeah, and you're not switching to a heart in practice, so.
Yeah. So they really do need to play club to declare a problem. But I think he's just going to come to the same conclusion.
They volunteer a spade themselves. I wonder if they might have thought that there might have been.
No, that's actually interesting. Actually, no. The thing is that West can just duck a heart now. You just play.
No, the heart pitch kind of gives it away.
Yeah. Well, in any case, he could just play ace of hearts, jack of hearts. Because I was thinking he might have to guess the diamonds, but of course he can afford to just give up a heart trick
Yeah.
and get the diamonds away.
And that's exactly what Jacob's doing.
Yeah.
The claim is kind of a bit. Oh no, never mind. Yep.
Yeah, they threw their hearts away so he could count it.
Yep. Wait. Yeah, they get one more. Yep. So a precision diamond, and I don't know where they landed after that. Maybe one no, maybe two of minor. Actually, South would probably get involved. That's 17 count. Yeah.
So the 2 diamonds is what? Non-forcing, or it's something? Okay.
Yeah,
some
5 diamonds, 4 clubs, 7 to 13 ish.
The South might just double to try and get to 2 of a major or something.
Yeah.
That should work here, honestly, unless they back in with
Yep.
their free fit.
Okay, so she's tried 2 no trumps.
And she's
Olivia's got a
probably
fairly
gonna play
flexible approach to stoppers, it seems.
Yeah. I'd just be thinking, I mean, I don't know how genuine, but there's a sort of, I would be thinking we probably don't make 3 no just because there's a sort of 7-ish plus on my right and an opening hand on my left. Although I don't know how often 2 diamonds gets messed around with. So I'd be thinking my target would be probably just to get to 2 of a major.
Yeah,
But
it feels like
maybe-
you can't mess around with the 2 diamond bid too much if the range is 7 to 13.
Right. Yeah, I
Because
agree with you.
Partner has an expectation of it being like a 10 or 11 count.
Yeah.
If it's
And
6
also,
to 9, then it could be 3. But
yeah, and also if you're doing it regularly, you do have to, you can't really keep explaining it as 7 to 13.
yeah,
So all in all, I mean, assuming Stella transfers to spades, I mean, everything's pretty bad.
Yeah, the spade spots 987 you're missing. I'm not sure. We might see that come into play. There's a diamond dwarf available.
Yeah, although West might lead a club.
Probably, yeah.
And then it's not too bad. So if East puts the king up, probably go a couple off. But yeah, no, it's not very good. So just looking at this other one where they played in 1 no trump, it looks like they're going to play in East West have had a
3
natural,
diamonds.
3 diamonds, which is probably going to make, but it's not guaranteed.
I mean, what is North to lead against 3 diamonds?
Yeah. Ugly. Very ugly. Might need a heart. There's a case for, yeah, but there's a case for a heart, some low spade, club, who knows.
Yeah.
So they did lead a club, and it's one of these 3rd, 5th leads, and East can't read that, so might put the king up. And now you get 3 club tricks. 2 hearts is 5, and
3 spades? 2 spades? 3 spades?
you might get 3 because you might be able to do something like throw a heart away, play ace, king of hearts, heart, rough.
Hearts are rough hard. But then you're kind of stuck after that.
Yeah, it sort of feels like down 1.
Feels like down
Also-
1, yeah, maybe down 2.
Also, are you supposed to do ace king and rough? Because it feels like the over rough possibility is really high, especially when he has promised 9 minor cards.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe not. So you play queen, jack of clubs, throwing something. Maybe just throw a diamond away.
I think a diamond in practice. I mean, maybe throwing a heart is fine, but I don't think you go for ace king rough immediately.
No,
I
you're
also
right.
don't know when.
Yeah, you're right. Because these could be 2-2 in the majors.
Yep.
Did East promise 5 diamonds or only 4?
They
5
promised at
diamonds.
least 5 diamonds. And West did give count on the clubs. They played the 5 and then the 7 and 3 in some order. So we know clubs are 4-4. We probably assume diamonds are 5-2, given that West did not lead a stiff. Maybe they have stiff king or stiff ace, but
So actually,
we actually have a count on the hand.
they've made 8 tricks though, haven't they? She's made.
Yeah.
She's got 3 club
2
tricks.
spades, 2 hearts
Yeah.
are coming in.
So she's made. Again, that's not a bad result for East West to go plus.
Mm-hmm.
But the leading team, the WAN team, just seems to find a way to make it very hard for the opponents to ever score any imps.
Yeah.
What was the score in the USA1? Was it WAN who lost?
Yeah, Van lost to
Mm,
Kolesnik in the
winners.
USA1 finals. I can try to bring him the score real quick. The final score was Kolesnik won by 81 imps, but that was after 2 days of play, so 120 boards.
Okay.
Do East West pick up? Oh no, sorry, North South, right? Pick up an imp. Man, they're just chipping away at this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, that was an error. They just let this make.
What?
West, what do you call it? West underlit the Queen of Hearts in the after rising the Ace of Spades when they had a clean set by playing a club and just waiting passively.
Yeah, so there have
Actually,
been.
no, the Queen of Diamonds was set up, right? So I understand the urgency, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Queen of Diamonds had been set up, so that was the problem. So they could actually pitch it on the heart. So the Ace of Diamonds in this, and now, as it were, another diamond might have had to be played in this position, but
Yeah,
a heart
needed
was
to play a
played.
diamond. Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah, like if we play another diamond, then we have to ruffle the 9 of spades, and that might be the only way we actually beat it at that point.
So in the other room, they started. I guess that's a club pass, a spade.
A spade actually is not balanced. It shows 4 clubs and a variety of hands.
Okay. And South was a bit stuck over that, maybe.
We cannot see the alert fully, Cyrus. What does it say?
4+ clubs, no 4-card major, usually less than game forcing.
Yep. West could have considered rebidding 2 clubs with this hand, but 1 no trump seems practical.
So South has to be careful about just getting robbed from there. I mean, I know here that East West actually have got some values, but in this day and age, they are favourable. They don't have to.
Absolutely.
So just looking at the other room, we've got 4 hearts, which looks just routine.
Mm-hmm.
So South has doubled. I guess North will bid 2 spades, whatever the double means.
Yep. And that might end the proceedings. Maybe West might no, West is probably going to be happy passing with ace, king, 9, 7 of spades.
East might do something. If they can, I don't know what they can do.
They might be able to bid 2 no trumps for the minors or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably showing this, give or take.
I wouldn't
They
want
know
to sell
they're
2 spades with a singleton spade.
Yeah, and like reasonable values. It's not like it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, they could, presumably in these, I don't know what methods they play, but often people who play transfers can open a club and they could have a big diamond fit, but I don't know their system. Do they open a club, for example, with 4 diamonds and 2 clubs, or anything like that. I don't know. I hate that style, but it's very common in Europe.
They open a diamond with 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, and like a balanced min.
Okay.
Four hearts. Yeah, 1 club, 4 hearts.
It was pretty routine and kind of animated pretty quickly. And that I believe this is the last part of the set at this table, so we could probably focus on just the other table.
Yeah, I mean, certainly don't have to overcall 4 hearts, but I do believe that they will reach 4 hearts, whatever they do.
Yeah. East, of course, will be able to raise a heart overcall, and then as West, you're kind of just going.
Yeah. Could go 1 club, 1 heart. East make a cubid raise. West will bid game. Oh, so we have a variation here. So North took the down as penalty, and it should be probably penalty. Although I might have bid 2 spades over it anyway.
Wow, 2
I
diamonds.
agree.
East doesn't want to have some silly result. 1 no doubles, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
They know what this double is.
I mean, we've bypassed a potential club fit. I'm not sure. I'm wondering what redouble. Redouble probably would be business. So East doesn't really have a good way to get the diamonds in while still
I like
needing.
redouble to play, but in pass out seat, if you want scramble, you have to give up redouble to play because in pass out seat, passes to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but I know Jacob, and Jacob likes his penalty redoubles. So I could be wrong.
Is going to get doubled with ace, queen, jack of clubs. South is sort of in a, what do you call it? South is in a routine, so.
Red rage.
Wow, spicy.
Well, South is right here, and I don't think that, famous last words, but I don't think the defense can let this through.
What defense gets 2 hearts and 3 clubs? Yeah, I mean South kind of has a set in their hand once they see the king of clubs and the dummy.
I mean, I don't think he had a safe double of 3 clubs at all. I mean, as we can see, if you just switch the club holdings, this was just claiming. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, South is down a lot of imps and probably realizes that because they went into the set down 40 something and nothing.
They had some accidents. They had the 6 spades down 1, for example.
Yeah. And also they conceded 4 spades doubled. That was in this room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is correct.
Right. So probably North South realized the situation is desperate, shall we say? Which is, I think, a fair assessment. It is desperate. I mean, the margin is 66, and North South probably would expect it to be about 66 or around there.
Worse.
Yeah.
Like they haven't had any fantastic results, I think, this set. I mean, not necessarily because they played poorly, just because that's how it's been.
Right. There's an article I saw that came up within the last 24 hours on Bridge Winners about great comebacks. Mm-hmm. Who knows? They'll need one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like both teams a lot. I do think the leading team is somewhat more experienced, has been playing for longer overall, and I believe has been part of like the junior program, so getting that really dedicated mentoring for longer. I could be wrong about one player here or there, but I don't think this is a huge surprise that they're at least leading. That said,
on paper, Team 1 is definitely considered the favorites.
But I mean, Chen has been holding their own, making pretty reasonable decisions and getting pretty unlucky with their, suboptimal decisions. So 3 clubs is going to be down 1 or 2?
I think down 1.
Yeah. Diamonds are 3-3. Clubs are at least 3-2.
But he's going to sweat a bit but ultimately, yeah.
So did North dutifully lead a club?
It says led a club and then it went to Jack. So he's going to think it looks like Ace Queen Jack because they didn't put the 9 in from Ace Queen Jack 9, or could have done. Because otherwise you could get to a position where it could be scary to play a club at some point in case they're 4-1.
So he's going to rough the spade and then sort of be done with it.
Yeah, if he roughs the spade, it gets over rough, but North-South can't actually arrange to score their trumps separately.
Yeah.
You can either play the Ace of Clubs.
No. Queen of Diamonds, the North has to follow.
Yeah, and the 10 of Hearts, West can rough.
Yep. Maybe West. I think this could have been avoided possibly if West decided to bid 2 clubs after 1 spades. Just deciding to play the 4 forfeit. Maybe Ace King Ace. Our hand is kind of suitish. I mean, yeah, we might want club values, but that could have been a nice. They could have avoided it that way.
Yeah,
Is
or
West
if Ace
allowed to do that? Is West allowed to bid 2 clubs on a balanced hand?
Yeah. West could bid 2 clubs with 4 clubs in like a balanced hand. So one of them is not all balanced hand. Some of them can bid 2 clubs. So that would have been the winning option as it is here, which I think maybe Jacob could have considered.
So they overcalled a heart here. That would have been my choice, but whatever. 4 hearts could definitely work as well. I prefer 1 heart.
Why do you prefer 1 heart to 4? What's the thinking?
Quite a lot of reasons, actually. I mean, could belong in spades, could belong in less than 4 hearts. I have a load of defense. I don't want to just play 4 hearts down 2, even undoubled, but possibly doubled. It could be a funny deal. I mean, crack, I could make a slam. My partner could have Ace King to 5 spades and 3 hearts. And another card on top of that, even. Doesn't look necessary to preempt to me. I've got loads of defense.
And given that, North is a passed hand, South just sort of casually opened a club, you're definitely making them guess on the auction and possibly on the defense, but there's probably not a lot of guessing to be done on this type of auction given the start. So you don't necessarily need to bid 4 hearts.
Well,
4 hearts could bully them into a sort of forced reopening double, and I make it, and they've got nowhere to go. But it could equally just the flip side of that counterbalances that is I could also just go for a penalty for no reason. It could belong in spades.
they're gonna make 5.
Did it go? It went club? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they got the diamond away.
All right.
Okay.
So that ends the segment, and now what is it?
68
imps. They'll need to get. That's more than they've collected so far.
That's going to take some chasing.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Well, this was my last set. Cyrus, Sriram, thank you so much for setting all this up. I really, really appreciate it. I've been watching when I can. All the commentary has been top notch, and it's a lot of work for you guys to go 6 days straight. So, thank you.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, Julie.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off right now. Thanks, all.
Cheers, Dribit.
All right.
Yeah, I'm finishing as well. Thanks
right.
for inviting me, and yeah, if you invite me again, I'll try and come. It's been good fun.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us, David. We've loved having you on stream.
Pleasure.
Cheers, David.
Cheers, Will. Cheers, Sriram. And good afternoon, good night, whatever time, good morning, wherever anyone is in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
And I believe you're still gonna be with us for the final segment, right?
Yes, I'm in.
All right,
I'm excited.
fantastic. All right, so with that, we're going to be taking a quick break. We'll be seeing the last 15 boards of the Junior Trials event. Can Team Chen stage a comeback? Stay tuned to see.